We're going to talk about chiseling bridge today. Here is our weapon, and we have the bridge advanced fairly far. We just put a new bridge cap on here, and got the down bearing correct with the plate on it. Pulling string across, get the down bearing correct, get it planed down to that point, and then using the Mylar template that we made of the bridge before, got the original pitting pattern, transferred that with our three hole punches, and then got all of these lines of where the notches will be, and then on the side, let's see, there's the depth line. That line there. That's how deep we're gonna saw the edge, and then we're gonna chisel down to that line. So this should be fairly sharp, but let's quickly touch it up. Put that in there. I just sharpened this a minute ago, but I like when I'm doing bridges, I like to sharpen it every few passes to keep that chisel really sharp. Makes it a lot easier. So start with the rough a little bit. And I've got a pretty deep, or rather a pretty severe angle on there. That's how I like it. Now I'm going to go to the finer. Okay, that should be enough for just a quick touch-up. And then on the leather, just kind of take off the little burr. And come around this side if you would. Okay, so first, I'm try and match. This is a Japanese saw, so it cuts on the pull, unlike American saws that cut on the push. So I'm going to try and match this angle here with these angles. And I'm going to bisect this hole here with my saw. So I'm going to go, it's going to start there and go down to my depth right there. Looks like the angle is right about there. Depth looks good, and then I'm going to just go right up to that hole. Okay, so now it goes right up to the hole, and depth goes down to the mark there. I'm going to put the flat side, so there's a flat side and the beveled side. I'm going to put the flat side against those, against the edge, and then there again I'm going to bisect all three of those holes. And then bevel side down. Give it a little scoop, which doesn't totally matter. It's just a cosmetic thing. But I guess you could argue that it's structural, but I don't know. And then I'm going to go down to my depth there. So it'll be a little bit higher on that side, and then down to the depth on the other side.
clean up my notch wall a little bit. Maybe 1 or 2 more passes and get down to the depth. And this is kind of an eyeball thing because we want it to be consistent. We want these lines here to match. We want our scoops to match. We want our depths to match. We want the opposite side over here, the depth to match. Those two look pretty close. This one, I'll go a little deeper. So that it's just more uniform. And you control your cut by your angle. I'm just not liking this depth over here. The guys at the factory that do this all day, every day, they do this in one shot. It's amazing. I am definitely not to that point. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And then just repeat that a zillion times. And then
just a zillion.
And so we have these bridge pin holes pre-drilled. We have to have that drilled before we do this because you're not going to get a good angle if you do it after. And we have a jig that is set up with that exact angle to align the drill bit so that all of those angles are consistent. And then you can imagine the string where it's bisecting the holes. It comes off of the bridge, and at the same time that it leaves the bridge pin, it also leaves the bridge, and that gives you a nice pure tone. If you don't bisect the hole, if you have the bridge ending further out this way or further in that way, then that's going to give you false beats. Okay. Anything that I missed, Kurt? Sid? Any questions on any of that? Okay. All right.